Hey everybody, so YouTube Shorts. Don't worry, I know a lot of you don't like them, but I'm sure there's a lot of you that sit there scrolling through them. They can be alright, you know, it can be entertaining to get you, if you've got a 5-minute break or something, to have a flick through because you haven't got time for a full-length video. I'm a little bit worried for YouTube, long term, if they're going to continue going down this hole. Because they're just trying to copy, all the platforms are trying to copy each other, and YouTube getting shorts completely to try and get back at TikTok, or at least compete with TikTok just a little bit. Well, the thing is, I don't know if people realise this, you do have to start to wonder whether YouTube might actually prefer people making shorts than long form content, and will that be the end of long form content? Of course it's not really the end of long form content, but on YouTube, the algorithm is so biased towards what YouTube want to do that they've even put in things like, the shorts fund bonus thing, where if you make shorts you might get a bonus of some money. Not a lot though. Definitely not a lot. And this is kind of my point. You see, what YouTube ultimately want, what they want, number one, is human eyes on screens for as long as possible. That's why watch time is rewarded, because the longer someone watches, the more time they're on the site, more time they're exposed to ads, the more they can negotiate costs of ads with, people who want to advertise, and it works in their own best interest to have people on the app or the website as long as possible. Now, you might think that a long form video might keep them on the thing for a long time, and yes, I have found, long videos which get decent views pay out reasonable money, but not always, because it's nothing to do with the watch time, it seems. At other times it's completely down to what the subject of the video is as to how much you're going to get paid per view, because they're auctioned ads and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm digressing slightly here. The point is, YouTube want eyes on screens, but obviously they'd also like to make as much money as possible, and this is where it's an interesting sort of thing here. You see, the thing about shorts is they don't pay anything pretty much in ad revenue. Even videos with millions of views, the person's probably made about $20. Had that been a normal long form content video on YouTube, they would have got paid an awful lot more. You see where I'm going with this? YouTube want people to be watching videos as much as possible, and it would seem that shorts is keeping people on the platform because they're pushing them real hard. I mean, maybe they're not working and they're just pushing really hard because they're not working. I don't know, but you could see why YouTube would want people on the website as much as possible, and to pay the creators as little as possible, which obviously is going to kill off even more creators. I mean, remember what Adpocalypse did to a lot of small creators? They were given, they're the opportunity to make about $60 over the course of a couple of years, maybe, was taken away from them, and a lot of them just quit, just flat out, no, not doing it. If I can't make that tiny bit of money, I'm not going to do it, which I didn't fully understand at the time. And the irony of people who are small channels saying that they do it for the passion and not the money, but they weren't even getting any money and they still quit when they couldn't get any money. Once it was like, no, you can't get any money now, they're like, oh, well, I'm not interested. So you may say, well, why, if you think it's a terrible thing, are you uploading shorts? Because the algorithm just, to keep my channel relevant, you have to kind of dip your fingers in all the bits that YouTube want you to do. Now, I actually don't mind shorts. I think they're all right. I think it's a fun way of having a short little video. Maybe you'll be able to share an old moment from an old video, and you'll notice that all the ones that I've made have been old moments from old videos, which most people won't have seen, because most people watching shorts aren't subscribers. In fact, most people watching this video aren't subscribers. Like 70-something% are not subscribers. The subscriber system for delivering videos, the like system, the dislike system, obviously now on YouTube, it's completely, YouTube is not anywhere close to what it used to be. I'm not saying it's worse, I'm just saying it's not the way it used to be, which I think we all know. I'm not complaining, because this is my job. I absolutely love what I do, but it required to have to boost my income by getting like Patreon, or other channels use other systems to get more money and beyond the views, because some people just couldn't survive on the views, like myself. We don't get enough views, we don't get paid enough per view, and then because we make long form content, YouTube's like, yeah, but we'd rather have some shorts, so you make some shorts and then they pay you nothing for it. I could see the amount of creators on YouTube becoming a lot more limited because of this. if YouTube keeps pushing down this line. My concern is that they're looking to make more money off the content with less going to the creator. And as I say, if that happens, you're going to have less creators eventually, or they're going to have to push even harder into things like Patreon. Let's not forget also that people are creatures of habit, and people who enjoy long format content are going to continue to watch long format content. They're not going to suddenly switch to shorts just because it's now the new thing. But this could be an evolving thing of how this works. You see, YouTube to me, I think, is an absolutely fantastic idea that got incredibly soured by Google trying to make as much money out of it as possible. Was it necessary to do that to make it sustainable? Maybe. We don't know. This is the thing. Everyone would like to live in a world where everyone's happy and everyone has money and everyone's eating and everyone has a house and everything's great and everything's wonderful. But that just never really happens, because very often for someone to be happy, someone else has to be sad. The way that the world works is a very strange thing. But YouTube is this great thing that's allowed hundreds, thousands of creators to, go in a direction they never would have had the opportunity to do in the past. Like if you wanted to do comedy or animation or what I do, there was no real way of doing that yourself. There was no way of trying it out and seeing if it became successful in your free time and then turning that into a full-time job. I just think it's a wonderful thing that it meant that so many people had the opportunity to try their luck at creating, at doing what they want to do. Without YouTube, that wasn't really there. People had to kind of do it on your own. It's if you could do it on your own with some of these things, like, I don't know, some of the animation channels or something like that, getting your work known, getting your first few jobs in, getting bigger and bigger off the back of that. YouTube has been a launching pad for so many careers, and I think that it's extremely valuable for that. And as I've said previously, one of the most important and unique things about YouTube is the fact that it's there for educational reasons as well as entertainment. You can't really say you learnt much on any of the other social media platforms, really, apart from how stupid people are. You want a video on how to replace the drive belt on your tumble dryer. Where do you go? YouTube. YouTube needs to realise its value. Its USP is the fact that it's got educational stuff on there, and because it's diverse and because there are individual creators doing what they're passionate about and succeeding at it. Everything is better when we all succeed. I know a lot of people think that YouTube is a very sour, bitter, twisted, broken remnant of what it used to be. And even if it is that, it is still doing those fundamental jobs that made it good in the beginning. Apart from now, it's really maybe lost the broadcast yourself. More broadcast content that can be yourself, but just try and make sure it's not too political in any particular direction unless it's our politics. So yes, shorts. I actually don't mind them. I'm using them a little bit, but I don't particularly want to use them too much. I have my concerns about what they could do to the platform and to people over time. I haven't got into the whole attention span stuff. I think that's enough to say. You can understand that attention spans are getting shorter and shorter. Like, the length of videos has been up and down over the years, but now the ideal length is not 7 minutes, it's 7 seconds. And how can you explain anything particularly clever or intelligent or educational in a 1 minute video? Sure, you can give small concepts, but you can't explain nuanced details to something. Oh, that's the new rules for you. So there you go, there's my short thoughts on shorts. Leave your comments below on what you think, I'm very interested to know. Like if you liked it, subscribe and all that stuff, and I will catch you in the next one. I'm going to go get my shopping, bye bye.